Hello, this is Vulturefire, and slight change of plans for today. Uh, Originally, plan was to just keep going through characters, one skin at a time. However, in the beta, we've started doing a sort of design focus where we are trying to all of us are playing one specific skin per day, so we can try and get a feel for what the skin does. And so we're starting with Magician Raodan. So, Magician Raodan, spells cost minus 20%, which is okay. The big thing is, normally you get 2 additional mana turns, so you need to get 2 discount in order to get this. You need to play 2 spells to get a discount, or play 1 spell that gets a discount of 2 for this to be as good. Which is helped by level 10, which draws a spell from your deck every turn. And this is pretty straightforwardly comparable to this level 10, where you get 1 more card every turn. It's just that we specifically get a spell, which has some upsides. You also get spell wave 2 whenever we freeze an enemy, which is much worse than gain growth 2 whenever you trigger status. In a lot of fights, this is not going to add up to that much, I think. But level 7 passive kind of makes up for it by being actually something, whereas the 30% bonus damage for frozen enemies tends to not matter for basically any Raodan decks, just too small of a bonus and a little too conditional. One note on spell cost minus 20% is that if we're looking at Raodan spells, it doesn't affect Pierce at all. Why? Because Pierce is 2 cost, and 20% of 2 is 0.4, which does not round up to 1. So 3 is 20% cheaper, which means it is 0.6 mana cheaper, which will round up, and so Crack Open would cost 2. And then you have to get to 8 mana before you get a 2 mana discount. So 8 mana cards cost 6, and then 3 to 7 mana cards cost 1 less. Spells cost 1 less. So, with that in mind, how do we put this together? Now, one of the obvious things to do here is to try and this is a thing that I don't really want to do just because I know other people have played it, and I would like to do something else with the skin, is you can use Rites of Winter, which will you'll draw it every turn guaranteed. It will start at 6 mana for the first play, which obviously makes it a lot easier to get going. And we could do that, but I don't think that's what I want to go. We could also do Sundering Blast similarly, because it'll cost 6 mana instead of 8, which is pretty good. But also not super excited about that. At least that was my first deck for the list. Precise Blast is kind of interesting because just so much damage. Manipulating Mana for it is tricky. One thing is that because it is a minus 20% cost, because I mentioned you have to be at 3 cost spells, you'll notice a lot of the spells that I'm most fond of playing, Pocket Shield, Consuming Incantation, Pierce, even Quick Bolt, these are all cheap enough that you don't actually get a discount. The other thing is that one day he mentioned doing a mana boost with deck, but you have a similar problem. Mana Lance is 2 mana, Quip Shot is 1 mana, Unstable Bolt is 1 mana, Consuming Incantation isn't a Wits or mana boost card, but it's another spell weave card, and it's 0 mana. So you don't get the discounts on any of those unless you are fatigued, which is unfortunate. Assisted spell does get cheaper, so that is something, but I'm not super excited about that. Crack Open is still just an awkward card. Toxic Cloud is another one where you could build a leech deck here. That would probably be pretty good. I am kind of tempted to try and put together a shock deck, because guaranteed violent discharge every turn has a lot of potential. The one downside is we don't get any, and it is only 4 mana instead of 5, which is nice. The main downside there is we don't get any value to our statuses. We don't get the growth, and we don't get we also Shock Beam gets cheaper, so that's our two shock spells are reduced in cost, but we don't have any other direct bonuses for shock application. But Shocking Beam could theoretically get us somewhere, so that may be what I try and do. Let's try that, just because I don't know that I've actually tried Shocking Beam. So, one thing with the shock deck, right? And I've complained about this, is you have this self-shock sub-theme, which is a little awkward because, like, this gives you shock barrier, which makes it hard to shock yourself. And that's the one that gives you the most shock. And so, to actually fully shock yourself, it takes a bit of effort, actually. So, definitely this is a case where, so Drophus, Void Drophus, has Spellweave apply effect status, which would be pretty nice here. Because that would let us, because like Shock Humor is just at this awkward point where like it is not quite enough shock on its own. But you don't really have a way to get the rest of the thing put together. So I think we run one Siphon Lightning, which is a card that I'm not the biggest fan of, but hopefully we can make things work with it. Kind of interested in Aftershock. It does have that same problem where like it is not great initially. And the other thing is like Adept doesn't push us to the number we want to be at, right? Because Adept kind of works here. Doesn't work so much with so as far as other shock cards go, I have Spark. I think we probably need one Spark. Because you can't start a fire without a Spark. As a wise man once said. I do think I kind of want this Aftershock. It does seem like a pretty appealing upgrade. I'm also debating, like, do I go hybrid mode? And the answer is probably yes. The big thing is, like, we need to be able to clear early fights. And we may need Overcharge to do that. Or we need the second Shocking Aura. We also probably need some amount of defense. And none of these are defensive cards. So the question becomes, how do we get defense? I'm a big Pocket Shield fan. I'm okay with Defense Field. Creative Outburst is always good, just because it's flexible. But without other ways to create cards, like we can't use Deadly Creativity very usefully. And like lack of defense did kill us last time. I also kind of would like some more draw. I think we need to transform. I think we may just go Reforge for our transform. Because I'm concerned about not having stuff to transform for Frozen Solid, which would theoretically be my go-to. The other thing I want is a tough source. And I'm not totally certain where I want to go with that. I don't think this deck supports Heavy Stand, but I don't know that we can afford to run a different... I think we would do Heroic Vigor on the grounds that having access to Adept might be crucial. And we will see what happens. So there's a joke here, but it's such a reach that I'm torn between explaining it and seeing if anybody can puzzle out the awful joke that is deeply buried there. You know what? If anybody asks on Discord, I'll answer them on Discord. Or if anybody asks on YouTube, comment, I'll explain it. But for bonus points, you know, figure it out for yourself and just explain it to other people. Man, this would be really good if this was actually Wildstorm, but it's not going to be. Honest with you. Throw up some. Okay, I really don't want to deal with emptiness here. I think we're going to have enough struggles as is. I honestly don't want to deal with Lifeline Idol either, but I don't know that I can afford not to. Unless it's just we'd go endurance as usual. I give us purity to deal with though, which is not a ton better, because the nice thing is that at least like you can't cleanse off. Okay, we do actually still have Wildstorm. That's actually good. Conquest is less good. Avarice should be okay. As far as rerolls go, this might happen. Huh. That's not gonna happen. That one's new though, I hadn't seen that one. I don't think that's probably going to happen. I hate that one. That might happen. Sure. Okay, so Wildstorm is good for us. Because that could potentially find us some stuff we want. I think even with the self-shock sub-theme, we are perfectly happy to increase our max shock. Just take the charge block, I think. I'm a big fan of both of these for different reasons. The locket could give us an out against, could do a lot of work in this fight in particular. However, it's hard to pass up a card draw trinket. Alright, we're gonna start here, and hopefully we can get rolling, get the ball rolling. We didn't actually end up with any cleanse in the list, which, you know, not the best thing, but here's what it is. Yeah, we're gonna go for that. So used to hitting 0 mana giving me something. Feels weird not have a pocket card. Okay. Your lack of cleanse hurts a little. And yeah, this is what we're talking about. It's like the instant we're weak. Like we can't get value out of this. That's the other thing I was talking about, where it's like self-shock is so hard to do. Like even with that +2 obviously was kind of what did us in. But even ignoring that, like that was just harder than it should have been. So so we're going to take a little bit of damage here, but not too much, hopefully. Well, I guess we know how much damage we're going to take, and it is... Oh, no, because it was the... I forgot to count for the power stack, so... It was knowable, but I absolutely had not done enough math. We absolutely need this cleanse. We're going into Demented Mushroom. We need that. Is there anything I want to cut here? Kind of think... You know, like the Siphon Lightning has so much potential, but also we don't have any, yeah, there weren't any shock elementals to even consider pathing into. Definitely not happy enough with the deck that I'm willing to say that the answer is to cut nothing. But on the other hand, I don't know what I would cut, so we'll just take, sure, critical seems okay. Extra shield on status trigger could actually be really useful. Gives us a bit more defense. We get some shield from playing spells from the level 7, but I forget about that. I don't know how much it matters, but it is a thing. Playing that obviously doesn't do us any good. So one thing that's going to happen here, though, is we are going to end up shocked because of the Wildstorm cards, which does actually play nicely for us, provided we can find the thing we need. Although I guess double shocking ourselves is probably a bad idea. Yeah, we should have double shocked ourselves. Actually going to be able to get used to that. And we aren't even shocked now. Which is the other thing with self-shock, is that, like, it's so easy for it to end up not actually working. Yeah, and lack of defense is absolutely hammering us. And lack of draw. Mana's so far been good, though. So that's, you know, something. Alright. Mana Dance is very good, but I think Command Lightning is too good to pass up. Don't love that. Alright, I don't get to choose what I target with that. I don't want to spin shock on that. Fortunately, we are now bleeding. Hopefully we find our cleanse. No such luck. That works out pretty well for us. That probably wasn't worth it. Right. The free lightning calls are actually good for us, which is funny. Because again, that is normally a thing that doesn't do that much good for you. Is that lethal on its own? Yep. Yeah, I think we need the draw. Starting Adept is not bad. I think the Spark goes. That could be wrong, though. Only we have to deal with in this particular fight is the Purity stacking. Also, this awful opening hand. This is also awkward because, like, I want to play this, but kind of feel like I need to do this. And no. Getting this shock out is too important, I think. Probably should have played the Reforge in that case, but too late now. Ah, the fucking bleed. And we already know our evolution is over there. And here's this thing I'm talking about where it's like we can't self-shock to save our lives. It's only 5 damage. Shoot that first. Oh well. I'm taking another beating. Defense is hard. Putting all the pieces together is hard. You get to get rid of this, which is nice. I really want to play that. Things like, it feels so hard just by doing this when we don't have, when it's only getting rid of a shock on us. Even if it would save us like 5 damage here. So I'm like worried about the scaling here. Okay. And yeah, this is that whole thing where it's like, this jerk stacked plated, and now we don't have a way to overcome it. And if we do that, we shock ourselves again, which I kind of feel like we have to do. Does at least let us play that safely. We get so close to being doomed. I think we're just going to die here. And then I'm just going to run a non-shock deck. Shock is just such a hard deck to put together for me. I don't know if that's just a me problem. Just get smash. We're absolutely dead here because we're just gonna die to doom. Yeah, not enough shield, and it's weird because we don't have enough defense while we also don't have enough offense, and it's like, how can both of these things be true? Surely, just like by accident, we would have to succeed at one of the two, right? And the answer is apparently no. Success is not required in either category. And yeah, we're just dead. Okay. We can keep the deck name though, because it wasn't based on the actual contents. All right, so that brings us up to 5 consecutive losses. Never let anyone tell you I have any clue what I'm doing at this game. These are all pretty good. So, I think that's still good. Kind of just do an Ice Blast. I think Ice Blast seems pretty good. I also do like Toxic Cloud. 4-mana Toxic Cloud seems okay. And then we go, like, Distill Elements, Mana Jolt, Frozen Hide, Phase Grace. Just that whole usual suite of stuff. Pocket Sand is actually a little awkward here. I don't think it goes that well with the list. One note here is, like, obviously Ice Blast being at 5 after discount is a little awkward. I really want to fit Frozen Solid in here. I'm just not sure how. I think the Reforge just stays for now. And again, this like lack of scaling is really a problem. And theoretically, Spellwave fixes that. We need, I think, another spell. And I think it may just be Pierce, which is weird. The other option is like we cut the Ice Blast and we go like, I'll know the Consuming Incantation type plan, but I don't want to do that. I don't completely hate the assisted spell. It goes pretty okay with the Face Grace. It's just not a great Spellwave source. Could go Spell Jolt over the Mana Jolt, and then we just run. Kind of want an Arcane source, but I don't know what it would be. Could run a Runic Focus, actually. Oh, right. Runic Focus gives us Spellweave now. I forgot that. That's actually pretty big. And I know I just looked up Spellweave and I just completely glossed over it, but yeah. Because we know we're going to draw one of those two. And it is a full 4 cost reduction on either one. But then we don't necessarily need, but like, no, because that gives extra spell weave. Yeah. I don't know if this pocket shield is actually what we're looking for. I think I'd rather have like a crumbling defenses. Or actually maybe just defensive field. Gives us a cleanse, gives us other stuff. The other option is like Burning Prism, but I think it's defensive field. We can't just have Ice Blast as our only damage card is the problem. But I don't want it to be like, maybe it is Thundering Blast. I don't think we can support 3 big spells. What if we try Precise Blast? We try Precise Blast as our win con. I'm not sure I love that. We do like Haunted Memories. So we have more mana manipulation. The Running Focus isn't totally great with Precise Blast, but it does mean that like if we can get down to 0 mana, we're good. I don't know what the Toxic Cloud is doing a ton for us here. Here's AoE weak. But maybe we just want just Precise Blast. That feels wrong. Does it? Maybe we go... Yeah, I want the Toxic Cloud. This is still a mess. I still don't know what I'm doing. The hope is basically that we can brute force with Precise Blast until we figure out a better plan. Which, how could that go wrong? Really not a fan of that evasion. Not a huge fan of the White Flame either, but White Flame doesn't even really give us any spell access is the thing. Idle Cruelty would give us a spell to look for. Also, kills us in the Dimension Mushroom fight, but, you know. Hopefully we'll have a plan by then. Our Sorcerer was too good not to take. Alright, we don't have the guaranteed reroll, but it would really, really make our lives easier if we can go into this fight with the whatchamacallit? Also make our lives easier if we just avoid this fight entirely, but if we can find the cleanse, it probably is okay. I don't love that this this route involves getting up like 3 idle rewards worth of value. Although these are not the idle cards we're really looking for. I don't hate Force Magic Arcane Aegis. But I do really want that cleanse. The other thing is, like, I would also really like this Baneful route. Maybe we do have to go through here. And just wing it. This would also be very good. But yeah, I think Baneful Ray or Jelly Burst would both be very good for us. Alright, well, I don't know what I'm doing, but that's basically par for the course. Still feels a little weird to be a Raodan deck that doesn't directly get any benefit from status procs. It's working out so far, more or less. Now we just have to get to end of turn without this life stealing off, which I don't think it can. None of this is really what I'm looking for at all. I'm going to take the Plundering Folk just because it's mana, but that is absolutely getting cut. Hey, stop. But hey, solved the problem of not knowing what to cut. Forgot to use that. Really unfortunate. I was really hoping to find something to cost reduce. Okay. I didn't end up putting any cleanse in the starting deck, did I? I just really thought about it. That's quite unfortunate. Should have gone mana. Oh. Yeah, Precise Blast is not killing things fast enough. But hey. Oh, right. Nope. Berserk still fucks us up. I was so excited about getting value out of this Plundering Focus. Not to be. At least don't explode, although we will as soon as we draw that. Well, but we do shuffle potentially. Oh, no, we don't, because we still got a Toxic Cloud over here, don't we? Yeah, so we don't shuffle. That sucks. The problem with Precise Blast, like, we have to be very careful not to let our mana get out of control. If we ever end up with too much mana, we're just unable to do our thing. For now, that is not being a problem, but you know, always a potential risk. But overall, I would say this is going a lot better than the last run. That is on theme, but it doesn't work with the Precise Blast. Oh, this changed. That's interesting, but doesn't do anything for us right now. If we had any healing, I would take this. I may take that anyway, just off the strength of how good it is. Arcane Aegis is also very good. Having access to Arcane, potentially very valuable. Having access to extra shield, but I think we take that. Burnt Powerful could be solid, I guess. I think just 10% extra stat supply is good, though. Okay. Unfortunate timing there, but I guess there was no point in doing that because their mana still on, but whatever. So we get 4% per rank of that, so 28% extra right now. You're getting an okay amount of value from the cost reduction. So the nice thing here is, oh, I thought we were going to be at 0 mana for some reason. Now we are. Second creative outburst. Being able to manipulate our mana is still very valuable to us. First time we've been unable to use that, but we can fix that. Yeah, there's no way we can afford not to do that. Or we can afford to not do that, rather. Yeah, this is where the evasion is going to be a problem. Conveniently here, that will get rid of an evasion if it wouldn't have done much damage. And then there's that handle. Unfortunately, I think we are about to see more evasion coming up. Yeah, only one, but still. Every bit of an evasion is a nuisance when you don't have a way to get rid of it. Should be freeze on there. Then I can go whomp, whatever that's worth, and then finish off. Really think we just, well, now let's cut through enemy evasion. But I really think we just want to reroll and take the mana dance, because mana dance is just really good. We still don't have any cleanse. I would set that up, but I'm not convinced it'll actually do enough for us. And we are dealing with the same enemy again. The nice thing here is the doom from cruelty should make it harder for us to actually outright die here. Are you to evade? And that's already doing more. And there's, yeah, extra doom, which means, like, we will get more curse, which is a problem, but we also are not at risk of taking the 50 damage hit, which hopefully helps. Really would like to be able to get rid of that. Okay, yeah, so regardless of what we draw, this works out pretty well for us. We're guaranteed to get mana. We didn't get the evasion, but that's okay. Although our lack of cleanse is absolutely a problem here. Especially because, like, this is one of the enemies that can, you know, take advantage of our whatever. That doesn't seem worth it since we would lose the whatchamacallit? We would lose the wits because we get double the spell there. Yeah, first stacking, kind of a concern. I think I just get mana here. This is the part where we do start taking just so much freaking curse damage. There's just not much we can do about it. That's just not enough. Problem is we're gonna get double exploited again. I think we're probably about to die again. Okay, well, we didn't. I guess it's close, but and we don't die. We may have it. It's just gonna hurt us a lot to get it. Yeah. And then I think we need the other spell. I think we do need that spell to be dealing damage for us. I don't think Manafont's good enough. We need Baneful, right? That would be good, actually. I don't know how much it does for us, but first with the Leech. So that gets upgraded because it's really important. We're cutting the Plundering Focus because it doesn't do anything for us. We're upgrading. Precise Blast has been really good, but I don't know that I want to keep relying on it as the thing. I'm going to upgrade one of the Creative Outbursts. Maybe I should upgrade the Arcane Aegis just because like we need it to keep being reliable for us. So I don't think we can justify going here because it's only like a 1 in 6 chance that we get the card we want and the rest are not super amazing for us. But that does let us go through here. Balanced Ritual has some promise. There's a replacement win condition. I don't hate Dread Blast. Number Focus is okay, although not amazing. Shadow Blast is good. Just go here and risk it. Maybe there's a reason that Malice Throttle wins and I lose, and it has something to do with the fact that I keep making bad decisions out of the hope that if I just believe hard enough, they'll become good decisions. Nah, that can't be it. I do really appreciate getting killed out. Definitely need to do that. I think I would like to ideally kill you. Oh, fuck, I missed back. Well. Fortunately, we'll still die, I think. And Leech is still doing a good amount to heal us. We get to evade that. Get to heal to full off the Leech. Or max recoverable, rather. Not full, but you know. And we solve that problem. And we even get the Arcane Ablution. Alright. Maybe we have a route to victory in this run. Let's go after that one because it's not healing. Just get the mana for next turn. That would have been a great turn to have had the Leech out, but Alas, it was not to be. I'm happy to get rid of this, though. Also very happy to draw that. Evasion doesn't do anything for us this turn, so. And this is where we do get shield off of the leech. This is why I took the Blessed Helm. Fortunately, we only have the one transform. But yeah, let's get one of those off the board. And I don't really want to explode right this second. I think it's worth pointing out, though. Still getting shield from whatever, which is being hampered. Oh no, because it's fixed shield, so it's not hampered by. Oh no, it is, because we are still frail, so we get half healing. So yeah, it is hampered by the frail, which is obnoxious. Ugh, we're right about to explode. This is actually worth it because it prevents us from at least double exploding. Let's tag you. Oh, I don't know why I bother playing that because you're now about to explode. So we get, and we didn't get cursed and blasted, which would have really sucked, which cost us a lot of health. Still get there. Okay. Sanctuary. We need it. I think we just take the emergency mana. Although there's not anything for taking the frenzy because of fighting cruelty. Is a precise blast still valuable at this point? I think the answer is no. Because that will ensure that we draw Toxic Cloud turn 1. And it means that we're now always bouncing between Toxic Cloud and the other thing. So yeah. That. Really could use a shield source. Or not shield source, a free source. I don't know why I said shield source. Totally new shield code. I think you are the one who wants to make it go away, so I really would like the crash generation did not happen. Let's start with this. Yeah, we just really don't want that crash generation to happen. Problem solved. Guaranteed mana. Yeah, this is going a lot better than the last one, so. Let's see if we can draw. No luck on finding the thing I was looking for, but that's okay. A little worried for not playing with it. That'll kill. Okay, yeah. Our actual damage output isn't as good as I would like, but we're getting somewhere. This fight scares me though. Not quite what I was looking for, but I'll take it, I guess. We do take a lot less poison because we are tough and they are weak. That'll do quite a lot of damage. Wow. More damage than I was expecting, but... Right, we do one of those weird things that is possible where we shuffle away, where we shuffle away the shrivels. Yeah. Yeah, the base spam is really annoying. In this case, it could be a lot worse. We lose the tough at the start of turn, but we get to get rid of it during the turn. Or we get to not get rid of it, we get to get it back. Okay. Now I think it is worth absolutely doing that, because it double dispels on double dispelled powerful because of the arcane weakness. Arcane leak. I would really like a Red Cloud at this point. Where you really start to have the question of, like, which of the two do I target down? Alright, well. That's interesting. We do get the, there's the thing, like, I should notice before up, we get the shield from playing, whatever out, even when it's reduced to 0 cost, which is nice. We get the 4 mana, so, like, we don't get the mana for, sequence that wrong. We don't get the mana for the full cost reduction. We do get the mana for the Runic Focus. My guess is because, like, after we've played it, when it goes to go check how much mana we spent, the card's cost has been reset. In fact, I feel very confident in guessing that is the reason. Yeah, we are getting quite a lot of shield out of that leech, which is nice. That's why I took it. It's good to be vindicated occasionally. And that's going to do not enough damage, but it is nice to be down to only 2 powerful remaining on the big guy. We are very close to this go. And overall, this has gone a lot better, or not necessarily a lot better, but as well as I hoped. And again, vindication is nice. This requires taking decay damage, but I think it's worth it. Yeah, it's worth it. I didn't quite get lucky enough there. Oof, that was way more damage than I was anticipating. I was really just trying to get that one dead. Oof, that is... I said we were doing good, and then, we very, very suddenly, very, very aren't. Guess the one upside here is that there was no direct incoming damage this turn. Although, I say that and then immediately that happened. I think that's the one that's actually more important to play this turn. Don't know that I can afford to play that. I don't know that I can afford not to. Oh. Yeah, I'm dead. Well, we tried. I'm gonna... That one was close. I thought I'm absolutely gonna restart. I think we focused the back one first this time. I don't think that does anything. I think that kind of does. And we've got enough sturdy that the minus max shield won't matter. So we're going to focus this one this time. Okay, so this does now just gain 2 spell we got, right? Which was the thing that I had suggested when it was originally. I messed up the sequencing on that. I should have just gone. Well, it's too fine. It's fine. Hopefully we won't just abruptly have everything go horrendously downhill where we take 1 billion damage in a 2-turn cycle due to a combination of bad luck and misplays. Okay, tough is good. We really want to make this go away. I'm gonna do that, which will just make that free next time it comes back around. One thing is we are now guaranteed to draw Toxic Cloud. Yeah, still just the usual problem with this fight where like you just get buried under debuffs and die. You always hope that you won't, but only you know what they say. I don't know what they say, but I'm hoping you do. But yeah, just so many goddamn debuffs. Hopefully we get a cleanse here. Alright, that's a cleanse. Should be able to afford it. Really would like to see draw here. And then as powerful and mighty is okay. And there's this whole thing where like I really want to play that, but I kind of really want to play that. I think I have to do that because I think we have to get damage out. This is so damn close. Okay, no, it does get us that kill. I thought we were going to be the 1 mana off. I'd really like to not explode here, so I'm going to not explode here. So, the big guy dead. I just have to kill the little guys, who are not weak. Alright. So much goddamn life steal. I guess with the vulnerable, I can get more stuff. But yeah, just the sheer amount of healing. Do get to make some progress. I could draw. That wasn't what I was looking to see. But. And now, yeah. I would have worried about drawing it, but like we're not going to be able to draw it. We're going to shuffle it to our next turn anyway, so it's kind of irrelevant. Give us 2 more mana. Yeah, this the other thing about this is like it would really help us if we could get additional mana going. additional growth going, but we have kind of specifically not put any cards in that give us growth. Well, you're dead at least, which is something. One down, or two down, one to go. And now we explode. I think this is the first time it actually exploded. Which, you know, is something. We obviously need a better way to close out fights. I don't think Haunting Resolve is yet, but I may take a Haunting Resolve anyway, if it's offered. Oof. Fortunate how quickly we can just watch all of our shows just vanish. That Blessed Helm is really, really doing a ton of work with the Leech. I feel like that may not necessarily be obvious, but without that we are in a lot worse position. Right, that's perfect. I was really hoping to see a shock. Because now we get the huge detonations. So we're now absolutely alive. And see, that wasn't too bad. Ultimatum. That's something. Goes to 6 and 3. I think it does have to be a mana card. I think it may just be a focus. Still just don't know if there's anything here that I'm really looking to cut. Maybe the Arcane Aegis. The Arcane Aegis is pretty good with some of the other stuff. I think the Haunted Memory is fairly underwhelming. Okay. So I would like Crystallize. I would like Fighting Dom, Broodmother. I would like these two cards. I would like all of these cards, thank you. We can go through here, but then we have to go through here, which I don't want to do. I don't think Ghostly Scream is enough for us. I don't like Devour Strike enough. I don't think Arcane Screech does anything for us. I would really like this, like, Protect the Brood would be very good, or even think just Crystal Lake. I'm gonna start here. Yeah, having that only be 6 mana is pretty nice. I'm okay putting a little risk on the table here because there's no other Arcane coming out this fight, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Purity's obviously nice. Purity's really nice. Oh, should have played that out before shuffling. So we're going to get a little lightly cursed here, but I think that's okay. Alright. Peace out. This works out pretty well. Honestly, I should upgrade the Toxic Cloud at some point, since it is also a card that we are playing a ton. We are about to shuffle. Yep. healing off so much of the damage that we've done. We are stacking a pretty good amount of purity. Do we have extra stats reduction every turn? No. We may be able to upgrade this spell jolt at some point though. Alright, yeah, I think the Arcane just needs to go. It's just too easy for us to miss with it. Once we're later in a fight. Alright. Although, in this case, damage. Alright. We're doing pretty good on spell wave stacking at this point, which is always a good sign. That'll kill. And we can get a shield. Right. Also, Blood Swig would be very good. Yeah, we'll just take the Mind Tap. Having some more draw would be good. Go to the event. It's not red because there's no gold circle. It's not orange because there's no blob. It is purple because there are cracks. It's not green because there's no legs. It's not blue because there's not the tail. So it's purple. And that is a spell which I don't actually love. Ooh, that is very good. Crit slides applied by spells +1 is fantastic. Looks like breakpoint for this episode is going to be after the A1 mid boss, just based on how the timing on this shakes out. So I've been at this for minutes for over an hour, which is usually a pretty good place to stop. Kind of starting to lose track of time. We're starting to kind of lose track of time, which is good. It's a good sign. Means I'm having fun. Oh, I guess I was drawing towards something that wasn't actually in the dropout. That spell wave. And no point right now. Probably focus on this one first, just because it'll be easier to kill. I could play that, but I don't really think it makes sense, because it'll freeze us. I'm very happy to have blocked that. Although, I am still dealing with the Arcane Barrier. Quite enough. We are making progress. I realized that I should have done that. I just kind of messed up. Really need to do that, but I did. Is Ray get punished for not doing whatever? This would be pretty good. Purity's still doing great work. fight in the section. We just don't have the mana for this. This would be very good if we could afford it, but we can't. I guess the other option is like that we reroll, which doesn't seem good. We'll take it and just maybe it'll do something. It is like just very, very good if we can afford it. We just can't afford it. And right now it's not that good because we don't have enough. We don't have the spell wave for it. Purity blocked. Blocked with purity. Still getting so much value out of that one thing. Alright, we have that run. I had a moment of confusion. Alright, I'll be honest. More than a moment of confusion is basically my middle name. I mean, it's not, that wouldn't really make sense, would it? But, you know, or do you? Maybe you're as confused as I am. I might be rambling at this point. So the reason the videos have to end eventually. So that I eventually am forced to stop the ramble. Right. Fortunately, 30 went away. Fortunately, we didn't suffer too much there. That would be very good. That is quite a lot of value. Could get that weak out, or I could do this. It is a lot of arcane. But I think I just want to do that for the moment. I think we do keep whatever because like it is such a powerful effect. Not a fan of that. Well, I don't love exploding, but I think it was our best bet. Alright. Activate one of these hits. Yeah, we're doing pretty good at surviving. Less great at actually ending the fight, but, you know. If you don't lose, that's kind of like winning. Maybe this way. Health modifiers is not amazing for it. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to one-shot the egg, so I don't think it's worth it. Well. See what we need out of this. Ooh, I mean, that's something. Not as much as we would like, but we'll take it. And then we can get, that should do quite a lot of damage. Yeah, we're getting a lot of value out of the convergence gem. We are guaranteed to draw a spell here, which will hopefully close out the fight. We're not guaranteed to draw mana to play it, though. One saving grace here is that we Oof. Not what we wanted to see. Like to have been able to play something. So close and yet so far. There we go. Yeah, dealing with trash, not amazing for us. Arcane Silence is good, Crystal Egg is good, Blizzard is good, gives us finally a way to freeze, although we can't afford it. I think it's Crystal Egg, just because we want the... I think we have to upgrade mana. It's just been way too much of a problem. And then... we might cut... I think we cut the Arcane Aegis, because like, it can mess, and that has been a problem. That's going to be part 1. I'll see you for part 2 next time. Until then, toodles.